Last night on WWE's NXT, a lot of big things happened. Cora Jade ended up getting injured. We have a new NXT North American champion. Matt and Jeff Hardy are starting to make new friends and new enemies at NXT. And holy shit, Chelsea Green fucking face NXT. I don't know how long I'm going to be posting these WWE NXT reviews, but I'm really getting into it. So yeah, I'm going to be dropping just a whole bunch of videos. So stay tuned. We start the show off with the United States champion Chelsea Green and Niven Piper versus Zarya and Sol Raku. I think I said her name right. I think I fucked her name up. And I ain't gonna lie, for my first match coming back into watching NXT, this was a good ass match, like from top to finish. You got Zarya in a match being an utter complete beast. At this point, I want to see Zarya and Niven Piper run that match back in a solo one-on-one match. I feel like it would probably go crazy. And then we also have Sol in the match going crazy, bouncing around the ring ropes, doing flips over ropes. Whenever she steps into the ring, I just know that she's always going to bust a crazy ass move. And Chelsea Green, I don't know how the fuck it happened, but she ended up busting her face. And just look at this. All I could end up saying after seeing that shit was ECW, ECW. But it's not ECW, so it's NXT, NXT, NXT. And in my opinion, that's why Chelsea Green is the greatest United States champion that we have ever had. She literally bleeds for the country. Now that is what I call a true American citizen. Zarya and Sol ends up getting the big win in the match. Sol ends up hitting the picture perfect, it's like a upside down RKO Soul Snatcher for the 1, 2, 3. And the crazy thing is, this is my first time seeing Zarya actually wrestle, and I was actually surprised from the shit that she was doing. Like, picked up Niven and deadass hit an F5 and dropped her right on top of Chelsea Green. She was in the ring hitting spears and shit. I don't know who she is, but she a goddamn beast. We cut to a backstage segment with Jordynne Grace and Ava. Jordynne Grace is potentially trying to get a match with Perez, and then out of nowhere, Cora Jade interrupts their conversation. She tells her that she's going to be the TNA Knockouts Women's Champion, Misha, I forgot how to say the name. But yeah, Cora Jade pretty much gets up in her face and says that she's going to be a better TNA champion that she will ever be. We got the next match coming up for the night, Jade Parker versus Kaylani. Before we start the match off, we cut back to the backstage area with Trick Williams angrily talking to Ava, demanding a match with Eddie Thorpe. Yuri Connors and Dale Dixon, they try to give Ava a present, but Trick is not having none of that shit. Like, he's like, bro, get the fuck from out of here. Like, what are you even doing here right now? Do you not see me having a conversation with her? Like, he does not give a fuck about them goddamn presents. Like, be gone. It gets to the point where he literally grabs them and he pushes them onto the steel. After that, we cut back to the match between Jade Parker and Kaylani. The match, in my opinion, it was pretty good. Jade Parker being aggressive as hell. I don't know what's the move that she does when she puts the person into the middle of the rope, but I gotta see more of that shit. She was dead ass in the match trying to destroy Kaylani. Literally went up to the top turnbuckle. Literally is about to hit that same damn move, only for out of nowhere, Kaylani just hits a Spanish fly. And at that point, I was just blown away. Kaylani tries to hit a 450 splash only for her to miss. Jade Parker takes advantage of her mistake, hitting her with the hypnotic for the 1, 2, 3. Backstage segment, D'Angelo, Tony, and Kelly Kincard. Kelly pretty much asks D'Angelo, are you going to be okay to be able to wrestle, even though what happened in the steel cage match last week? He said there's some stuff that he wish he could say, but he can't say because of CW. But pretty much he says he's ready for the match with Shawn Spears. We go into another segment with Wwe Nxt. And when it got to this point of the segment, I was kind of confused because it looked kind of AI generated. But Wwe pretty much is talking about like he's not going to lose the NXT World title to the TNA X Division champion Moose, only because he does not want a TNA champion walking around with an NXT title. He says that he respects him, but he's just not going to allow that to happen. Between Wwe Nxt and Moose, In my opinion, I'm gonna go with Wwe Nxt only because I want to see Wwe Nxt with the double titles raised up in the air. I feel like him having an X Division title and an NXT World title, doing the double raise, that shit would just look pretty cool for the moment. Probably lead into another match between the two of them where somehow Moose getting the title back. If not, giving the title to someone else completely, probably from TNA. We go back into the ring where we have TNA Tag Team Champions Matt and Jeff Hardy. Jeff says he feels surreal to be here right now. He says that he actually cannot believe that he's back in WWE. Shit, I couldn't even believe it. I'm still in shock to this day. When I saw the headlines that the Hardy Boys were coming back to WWE on NXT, I honestly lost my shit. They get an interruption from Hank and Tank, and I don't know if these guys are being serious, but they've been asking them for the past 2 weeks, can you teach us how to be great wrestlers? Listen, I haven't watched NXT in a while, and all I can hear is the crowd booing, so the only thing I can think of, yes, they are obviously the heels. Another interruption, Josh Briggs, and I'm not even going to pronounce his name. Wait, let me try. Yoshiki? I think I said it right. They pretty much stated that they wanted a shot at the Hardys tag team titles next. Hank and Tank felt disrespected, so they looked at the Hardys and they said, you know, we're finna just go extreme. So they jumped out the middle of the rope, hit a suicide dive, big brawl ensued, and like Spider-Man senses, Matt Hardy got the sense that Axiom was right behind him. I honestly can't wait for these two to get in the ring and have a match. I already know at Roadblock these two are going to tear the building down. Honestly, I'm just glad to see the Hardy Boys back on WWE television. Next match, we have Cora Jade versus Jordynne Grace. Now, this match is the match where everything was going good before it went bad. It was a simple, decent match. Jordynne Grace doing her thing in the ring. And in my opinion, I've always been like scarce of Cora Jade wrestling due to the fact of her injuries before. But this time was a little different. She wanted to jump, but when she came down, she instantly grabbed her knee. She got through into a corner by Jordynne Grace. Now, I'm not saying Jordynne Grace injured her because she probably already got injured prior to the match and that was just the point that probably just tore something. But the ref ends up throwing up the X sign indicating that this is a real injury to the crowd. When we come back from the commercial break, the crowd is like dead silence. It's so silent that it's loud, like you can hear the silence in it. No one's not saying a thing, no one's not saying a peep. Cora Jade just sitting in the corner. You could tell she's going through it. It's a devastating moment. And it kind of sucks because like she literally just came back. I can only imagine what she's going through. I just wish that she has like a speedy recovery and hopefully she can still be able to do what she loves to do. But by the end, Jordynne Grace ends up getting the win. She celebrated for a little bit, but I could tell in the face that she's like, damn, like she's really injured. Next segment, we have the young OG and Ethan Page. They're having like a talk, sit down interview, and honestly, this feud between them has just been amazing. Between Ethan Page breaking Young OG's jaw, only because Young OG was trying to motivate him and get him to be a little bit more happier so he can find that smile, just for him to only demolish him. Young OG said, nah, I'm not going for none of this shit. Javon pretty much tells Ethan Page that at New York, there's going to be no more running. Saying on his mama, listen, on his mama, you are not going to take away my joy. You are not going to take away my smile. At the end of the promo, it was kind of funny because like you can see Ethan Page was trying to talk, but freaking Javon was like, nah, you ain't getting to speak. Listen, nah, bro, I'm not gonna let you talk. Next match, Kyle Dixon versus Trick Williams. And you could tell Trick Williams meant business tonight, went straight into the ring, no smile at all on the face. Ding, 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 right out of nowhere, bro rushes him with a knee to the face, smacks on him a couple of times, 1, 2, 3, did not even let him get an ounce of offense. All Dixon wanted to do was give Ava a present, only to get a knee to the face. God damn. Trick Williams grabs a mic and calls out Eddie Thorpe. Eddie Thorpe tells Trick Williams that he wants him in 2 weeks at WWE Underground. I ain't gonna lie, that match is gonna cook. The way Trick Williams has been moving lately with the aggressiveness in his tone and his mannerisms, and Eddie Thorpe's underground matches, if you've seen them back in the day, I ain't gonna lie, they go hard. Them two in an underground match will be genuinely fire, and that is a match I cannot wait to see. Backstage segment, Roxanne Perez has a chair in her hand and Jordan Gracer is on the floor. Did Roxanne attack Jordan because Cora Jade got injured tonight? Like, I need no answers. We cut into another segment with the TNA X Division champion, Moose. In my opinion, I definitely want to see more Moose on TNA. After he had that match with Lexus King and he was like going crazy in that match. I'm talking about giving drop kicks and like just fucking jumping off ropes for as big as he is in the way that he moves in the ring. I definitely need to see more of him in the damn fucking NXT ring. And in my opinion, this Obafemi and Moose match is just genuinely going to cook. Two big guys literally just trying to destroy each other for a title. And if Moose does win and somehow beats Obafemi, will this be the first time ever a WWE championship will be defended on a non-WWE show? Like, if Vince McMahon was around, you think he would allow this shit? This is probably why he's about to make his own wrestling show right now. He just can't stand none of this shit that's going on. Right after that, we got Fatal Fluence in the stands asking when will they get a shot at the championships again. We got Wwe Nxt walking around the backstage area getting used to the angry WWE stars. You got Rick Ridge giving no fucks to him. You got this guy giving no fucks to him. Wwe Nxt, no friends in NXT. Sad Ricky. Main event time, we have D'Angelo versus Shawn Spears for the NXT North American Championship. Now, this match was really good. Throughout the match, Shawn Spears stayed focused when it came to destroying D'Angelo's injured back. We end up getting a brawl. Everyone is into the ring. Out of nowhere, Lorenzo bumps into D'Angelo, knocking him onto the chair that Shawn Spears had picked up earlier into the match that the ref told him to put back down onto the floor. More action into the ring. Shawn Spears hit a C4, only for D'Angelo to kick out. Shawn tries to finish him again. I could tell they tried to do some kind of move. It was a little botch, but Shawn got the win. New NXT North American Champion, Shawn Spears. Now, in my opinion, when it comes to D'Angelo, I think the family might end up breaking up after this shit. It's been teased for a while. Like, I've been in and out of NXT, but I did notice the last time I was watching it, there was tension between Lorenzo and D'Angelo. And I can sense that Lorenzo might end up breaking off from the feud and having a match between D'Angelo in the future. But now that Shawn Spears is the NXT North American Champion, I wonder where he will take off when it comes to him having that title. But this was NXT, and this was my first NXT review that I've ever done, ever. If you guys like the video and you guys like the content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share and shit like that. But I'm out though. Bye.